Hello everybody, thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Jacqueline and in today's video I'm bringing you my review on the full Chanel 2020 Les Beiges collection. But before we get started, and if you're new here, I hope that you will consider to subscribe to my channel and ring the post notification bell so you get to know whenever I upload new videos. Also, come and follow me on my Instagram. And now, if you want to see if this collection is worth the hype and if it will work on mature skin, then just keep on watching. Finally, the new Chanel Les Beiges 2020 collection products made their appearance at Chanel's website. They first started with the highlighting illuminating fluid as well as with the new version of the Soleil Tan de Chanel, which I first said that I wasn't going to get it, but I decided to get the new version because I wanted to do a comparison on this video. And I mean, the ingredients too, they kind of like grabbed my attention because it seems like there's a change of formula, or should I say there is a change in formula. Anyhow, not only that, I decided also to get the Sheer Healthy Glow highlighting fluid in Pearly Glow. So I have the Sunkissed and the Pearly Glow from this year. Also the Healthy Glow illuminating powder in Sunset. Aside to Sunset, there's a lighter shade called Sand. And this collection also comes with the Healthy Glow Natural Eyeshadow Palette in Warm, as well as the brand new Les Beiges Soleil Tan Bronze Universel. So I have them right here. Okay friends, so as you can tell, I have my face already prepped with foundation. Today I'm using my Tone 4 shade and Illuminate Soft Radiance Foundation. This is something that I have been loving. And for my concealer, I'm using the Pat McGrath concealer. So those are the two products that I have on my face, and I haven't said it because we have now 2 cream products to try. Okay, so I have here the new Soleil Tan Bronze Universal from Les Beiges collection in the shade 390. This product is made in France, and the unicorn is just a typical Les Beiges packaging, which is beige on the top and then the black. Now this is a product that has been a cult favorite for Chanel. In fact, if you're stepping your toes into Chanel's makeup, the first product that many people that are Chanel lovers will tell you, you know, this is really worth your money and worth investment and worth to try on. It is the Soleil Tan Bronzer. It is what it is. I do have it in my collection, so I will show you side by side each of them. And in fact, what I want to do is I want to try the product, the new one on one side of my face and the older version on the other side of my face. As far as pricing goes, it has to stay the same. Let me take it out of the box. And as far as packaging goes, the packaging looks the same, but the ingredients have changed. In fact, this product right now contains coconut. And let me tell you exactly, the name is hydrogenated coconut oil, and it's the second ingredient. The first ingredient is dimethicone, and it does have perfom. Now, the fragrance is in most Chanel products, in most beauty products from Chanel, just as many fashion houses. It seems like that's what it is until hopefully one day they change their minds, but it's kind of like their signature thing. Now I know some people, they have allergic reactions to coconut, or with constant and continuous use, sometimes coconut derivative can actually clog your pores, which I'm really sad that they decided to go this route. But what it got me curious is that I was watching Mel Thompson's review on this specific product, and she mentioned that this shade is a little bit darker. And honestly, having a light to medium skin tone, sometimes I find that the original Soleil Tan de Chanel, it's a little bit too light and I can only use it during fall and winter time. But when it comes summertime, it's usually too light for my skin and it doesn't show that much. So this kind of like give me hopes, and I don't have really an allergic reaction to coconut. So I thought, okay, well, let me give it a try and see if it's really worth it, or if the shade difference is just not much. Okay, my friends, and now I have here the original Chanel. So first difference is the cap. This is the original one. The Chanel logo is engraved in gold, while the new one, it's kind of like a light beige tone. Now we can also see that the original one says right here, Soleil Tan de Chanel. And on this one right here says Les Beiges Chanel. Now if we go in the back side, it says on the original version, bronzing makeup base. While in the new one, it says Healthy Glow Bronzing Cream. So it specifically states that it's a bronzing cream. And another important thing to note, it is the shelf life. The original one had 18 months, the new one 12 months. I have this original one for many months now, so it's not brand new, but let me get it closer so you can see if there's any real difference on the shades. And it actually seems like there is a slight difference on them. Very, very little. Okay, so let's just swatch. This one right here is the original one, and then this one right here is the new one. You know what? Consistency, it feels actually pretty much the same. But yeah, definitely the new one, it's a little bit, just a dash deeper, like maybe a tone and a half, not much. Okay, so here's the original, and here's the new one. In fact, the new one seems to have even a little bit more of a warmer tone. Okay, so I got you a little bit closer. I'm going to be applying the new bronzer on this side of my face. And I'm going to be using my Refer 04 brush. You know what? I'm also noticing that the scent of this new bronzer, it's a little bit different than the old one. Okay, now let's go with the original one. And for this one, I'm using my Refer 05 brush. And I would love to know, are you able to see the difference in camera? Do you see any, like, one is darker than the other one? Does it really show or not? I would love to hear your feedback on this. Also very important, do not forget to put this on back on the product. It's a protector so it doesn't dry the cream product inside. And don't toss it. If you buy this product or any cream product, they usually come with a top. Just make sure you save it that way. Okay, now let's go with a product that really made me very, very intrigued and very excited, and it is the Healthy Glow Illuminating Powder. This comes in two different shades, Sunset and Sand. I decided to choose Sunset. It's just slightly deeper than Sand, and let's be honest, with Chanel, their products, they don't have a really huge shade range, and sometimes even a person like me that have a light to medium skin tone, we need something just a touch darker. Okay, so here's how it comes in the little Chanel velvet pouch. And I think this is a beautiful design for the logo. If you can tell, it's two nautical ropes, which it does make a lot of sense because you will see the design inside. It comes with this half moon brush that I usually do not use, and then it comes with its protector, and here's the embossing, again that nautical rope. I think it's just so beautiful, and again it's just so cohesive with the logo on the front, and then it has a little mirror too. Okay, so let's just give it a quick swatch. And it feels very soft. This has a little bit of a glow. It doesn't have glitter in it, just a little bit of a glow. I'm gonna use Sonia G Face Pro brush. Okay, and it doesn't have a lot of kick up either, so I'm appreciative of that. Oh, and it does have a scent. Yep, it does have a scent. Okay, now this bronzer will definitely give you that Sunkissed type of bronze to your skin. I think you can tell in the camera, it just has a little bit more warmth to it. Now let's go for the eyeshadow palette, and this is that Les Beiges Healthy Glow Natural Eyeshadow Palette in Warm. So let's take a peek on how it looks inside. It again comes with a pouch. And then here you go, typical Les Beiges packaging. Shelf life is also 18 months, just as the bronzer. And then open it up, it does have a mirror. And then let me take out this protector right here. So you have the two applicators. One is a little brush and the other one is one of those kind of foamy type of applicators. And I have to be very honest with you, but I really love the color story of this palette. It's very soft. It has some of kind of like a warm pink, champagne, melon tone. It's a very beautiful color story. Let's give it a swatch. And this palette basically has this, what I would consider kind of like a semi-matte shade. Then you have these two shades right here. They are more like a satin shade. And then these two right here, that will be kind of like a metallic shade. But they are not extra foil. I mean, that's exactly what we do not expect from Chanel. Okay, so let me just start with this eyeshadow application. Sonia G Jumbo Blender. And I'm going to be using this shade right here, just to set the concealer that I have on my eyelids. Sigma E25 brush, and I'm gonna go to this melony shade. I'm just gonna apply it on my mobile lid. Scott Barnes number 62 brush, and I'm gonna go into this brown shade, and I'm just gonna darken just a little bit my outer V. Oh, this is a beautiful shade. Whatever is remaining on this brush, I'm just taking it over my crease. A Smith 253 brush, and I'm gonna go into this shade. And first I'm gonna apply it dry. You know what? It applied really well. It's very, very, very soft. For the fun of it, I'm gonna apply it wet. Refer 03 brush, and I'm gonna go to the lightest pearly shade on the pen, and I'm just gonna apply it right here on my inner corner. Oh my gosh, that's a beautiful shade. And on my brow bone. For my lower lash line, I'm going to this melon shade right here again, using my Refer 02 brush. And then with the same brush, I'm gonna go into the bronzy shade, and I'm just gonna apply it on the outer portion of my lower lash line. Just gonna flick it a little. Okay, my friends, I'm now done with my eyes. Let's go into Les Beiges Sheer Healthy Glow Highlighting Fluid. Okay, so it's just a liquid highlighter, but it's actually a product that you can also use it mixed with your foundation if you want to give a very nice healthy glow, because it's nothing too much. And I have purchased both shades from 2020 collection. Now these have been existing shades, Sunkissed and Pearly Glow. Here's the packaging. Again, I do have a full-on video with comparisons and even a dupe that I ended up finding for the one in Sunkissed. Okay, so here are the bottles. I have here Sunkissed, which again, I have already reviewed, and then Pearly Glow. So in today's video, I'm going to be using Pearly Glow. I'm going to swatch them side by side so you have a comparison right there. Here is Pearly Glow. And then Sunkissed right here. I'm going to build it up just a little more. Okay, so let's go with Pearly Glow. I'm just applying it with my finger. And you can build it up even a little more. I'm just taking my sponge and making sure there's no harsh lines. And for my lips, I'm just going to use a gloss from Chanel. This is the Ultra Tenue gloss in the shade Intense Caramel, because like I said, this collection just came with a balm, and honestly, a balm is nothing that really attracts me. The good thing about this gloss is that it also is long lasting, and this shade in particular is a really nice warm shade that I think it looks really good with the eyeshadow color. And then for blush, I have used this Tone 4 stick right here. I will be leaving all of the products that I have used that I haven't shown on camera on the description box below. Now into my final thoughts. First, the Soleil Tan de Chanel. The new one versus the old one. Okay, we know already the formula has changed. There's coconut on the new one, and therefore if you have a coconut allergy, well, I'm so sorry, you cannot use it. But as far as the shade goes, I really thought there was going to be a big shade difference between one and the other, and perhaps you can give me your feedback, what you see in camera, if one is darker than the other one or not. Because upon swatching it, honestly, the new Les Beiges looks just like a tone and a half darker than the original version. But upon application, I don't see much of a difference, at least on my skin tone. Again, if you have a fair or light skin tone, you may see the difference a lot more in contrast. But other than that, I don't see much of a difference. Honestly, this will depend also on what type of foundation you're using. I'm not using a Chanel foundation on this review first impression type of video. I'm using a Tone 4 foundation. Now, I didn't set it, and honestly, I didn't have any problems applying this product. It applied really well. It didn't lift up my foundation. It didn't move it. It didn't settle differently or nothing like that. I mean, I honestly don't see any particular difference in between one or the other. And creaminess, honestly, it seems pretty much the same as far as consistency goes. Now, a product that I'm like extremely impressed, that I'm like, wow, this is just so beautiful, is this bronzer. Well, it's not called a bronzer right here. It's called, again, the Healthy Glow Illuminating Powder. And it acts like a bronzer beautifully. Like, it gives me this warm, sun-kissed type of look. Perfect for summertime. I'm really enjoying it, and I think they did a great job. It's not powdery either, so you will find, you know, a regular, you know, kick, just like any type of powder bronzer, non-excessive at all. Or you know what, there's a Chanel, what is it called? I don't remember. I review it, but I don't remember. It's the one that looks like a dune type of highlighter. That one has a lot of kick. This one doesn't at all. Nothing at all. It's beautiful. I'm super happy to have got it. And another big surprise right here for me is this eyeshadow palette. I was thinking, well, the color story, I mean, it's cute because I love peachy tones, and this one has plenty of peachy tones. And this is pretty much all satin and some, like I said, metallic foil type of shades. There's no mattes right here. And I thought, maybe it's not going to give me a lot of payoff. I was completely wrong. I actually absolutely love the look that I was able to achieve with this little palette. I'm impressed. I would have liked that perhaps instead of doing a 5-pan palette, they would have done a 6-pan palette and just give us another bronzy tone. Now, do not be deceived about this shade right here. It looks dark on the pan, but it doesn't go dark on my eyelids. It actually goes as a regular bronzer for your face kind of shade will look on the skin, just like that. And that's why I think perhaps a 6 shade will be really nice. I mean, they already have all this space right here. Why not? Because there's a lot of this shade, and for me, this shade right here is just a base. I mean, it doesn't show on my skin tone, but other than that, all the shades are beautiful. Now, something that I will say be careful with is the way that you apply it. Don't go hard on it, because these eyeshadows, they are not super powdery, but they are not super densely pressed, and you will find out that they could, you know, like you can have a lot of waste of the product. But honestly, it's a beautiful palette. Now, what is it, $65? It is an expensive palette, but I'm happy. It really talks about summer. And last thing to point out about this eyeshadow palette right here is that although all the shades are here kind of like that satiny metallic slash foil shade, but without being too foil, because again, we're talking about Chanel. They are not gonna go, you know, super metallic. They are, I think, very complimenting for those of us who have more mature skin, that our eyelids are not so firm and that we have multiple folds. It doesn't look like too much on the eyes, but it has that beautiful kind of glistening on the eyelid that is just what I think a perfect eyeshadow palette for summertime. And now let's go into the highlighting fluids. Honestly, this is hard for me because I actually like them both. Each of them has its own characteristic and its own purpose. This one right here, although it's a Sunkissed, comparing it to other brands, and if you go and again watch that video where I did my comparisons, this one has a little bit more of a cooler tone to it, but regardless, it translates really beautiful on the skin. I think this is mostly ideal for actually mixing it with your foundation to just give that extra glow and a little bit more warmth to the skin, mostly as we approach into summertime and warmer days. While these one right here give you that glass skin type of finish, that kind of wet look, but without being too reflective, and very forgiving for mature skin as well. And I think that's one of the things that sells point of most of fashion houses and mostly Chanel, that you will, I mean, you're not gonna find something like, wow, there's so much pigmentation, like it's not like a Pat McGrath, there's no like Natasha Denona right here stuff. No, it's not that big impact, but it's just more subdued, more subtle, and mostly if you have texture on your skin or enlarged pores, etc. So lovely products, all of them. I'm not disappointed to any of them. Perhaps on the Soleil Tan de Chanel, the bronzer, the cream bronzer, my only thing, it will be one, obviously the coconut. They could have left that out of the game because how many people do have allergic reactions to coconut. But other than that, I think it would have been amazing and a great opportunity for them to actually expand the line and bring different shades. Now I do have hopes because now this specific product has a number, and that means that perhaps and hopefully, I mean, there's no buzz around it or something that we can, you know, say, oh, they have said this and that, but I think there could be a nice opportunity for them to expand that shade range. And I think it will be a really good and win-win situation. I don't know who is the person behind making those decisions. I mean, I know Lucia Pica, she's the one in charge of the new creations for the beauty line of Chanel, but shades, we all need more shades. I mean, like even a person like me, I'm gonna get tanner during summertime, and then these products, again, I can only use them for fall and winter, at least the Soleil Tan de Chanel. It's kind of like this Les Beiges product right here that I absolutely love. This is the Water Fresh tint. It just gives a glowy, beautiful skin. It's a very unique particular product, and this one has more shades. So it's like, okay, the other one is a cult classic, a cult favorite. You now change the formula, and what a missed opportunity right there. But anyhow, other than that, I enjoy all these products. They are all beautiful. I didn't have any hiccups with any of them, and I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did so, please do not forget to give it a thumbs up. Also share with somebody else that may like this type of videos, family, friends. I hope that this video will serve you as an entertainment, a little getaway from everything that is going on right now around the world, and that we can have a little bit of like I said, a little getaway on this channel. And I would love to read your comments down below. Let me know if you are going to get a few items from this collection, if you're going to pass on them, and what you think about this collection overall. And while you're at it, I hope that you will give me the opportunity and subscribe to my channel. I would love to grow my channel, and your support It's so much appreciated from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate for those who give me the opportunity, subscribe to my channel, become part of my family. And if you don't want to miss any of my content, do not forget to ring that post notification bell, because that's the only way YouTube will let you know whenever I upload new videos. Thank you so much again for watching. Until the next time, I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful day. Bye-bye.